Jai shall we do prayers then?
Jai Jinendra.
Shall we do prayers? That's my
Yes.
question, Saurabh, right?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Oh, is it? Okay. Let me adjust my mic. Can you hear me now?
Not very clear.
It is connected. Can you hear me now?
Now it's clear.
Yeah, thank you. Sure. Can we do the prayers before man comes in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody wants to do it? Moksha Marga.
Yeah,
I'll do it. Moksha Margasya Netaram Vetaram Karma Bhupretam Gyataram Vishwatattvanam Vande Tadgunalabdhaye Vande Tadgunalabdhaye. Jai Jinendra.
Jai Jinendra.
Has anybody yet attempted LCPS?
Not me. You didn't even read the questions. So,
No.
no.
Try and make an attempt, maybe during the course of the week, Saurabhji.
Sure.
Yeah.
Very interesting questions, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, very interesting.
Jai Jinendra.
Jai Chandra, ma'am.
Jai
Jinendra,
Jinendra.
ma'am.
Jai
Chandra,
Jinendra.
ma'am.
Meeting कब start हुई? I could not
Jai
come.
Jinendra, ma'am.
Jai Jinendra. Okay. प्रार्थना हो गई सौरभ जी, सोनल?
Ji, ma'am. Ji, ma'am.
चलिए. I suppose today would be the last class for this semester.
Okay.
Okay. So all of you please take Bhav Pahud. All of you please take Bhav Pahud. It's a long lesson. And after that, we have another 2 or 3 Pahud. Okay. I think another 3 will be there. So let us try to do justice to this chapter. Yes. Am I audible to everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Parasji, Malarvili Madam, Guna,
Ma'am,
Yes,
yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Mahendran sir, okay. Malti Ramkumar, okay. Very good. Chalo. Sonal, if there's disturbance at your end, you can switch off your video because you're traveling, I think, and the video is shaking and we are getting distracted. Okay. If you're traveling, I think, I don't know. You can switch off your video. You may switch it on later on. So Bhav Pahud itself means it is going to talk about Bhav. So what kind of Bhav? What kind of Bhav? There is no moment when we are not doing Bhav. Everything is Bhav. Mithya Darshan is a Bhav. Samyak Darshan is a Bhav. Being in Sansar, Kashai is a Bhav. Being in Moksha, Ratnatraya is a Bhav. Okay. Mother, father, love is Bhav. Children's arrogance is also a Bhav. Everything gets reduced to Bhav. But he is going to talk of Bhav Pahud, what kind of Bhav we should have for moksha, for liberation, for happiness. Is it clear? So there are 165 gathas and I'm so tempted, not tempted, like I'm so keen to read the gathas and explain to you the essence of Bhav Pahud. So I'll try here and there, but if I go into it, then I cannot complete the chapters. I cannot complete the chapters. So let us see. Let us see. Chalo. So Acharya Kundakunda says that here he talks about Bhav Vishuddhi. He talks about the purity of Bhav. How to purify your Bhav. So if you ask me the path of liberation, it is, write down 3 points. Moksha Marga can be spoken about. The traditional way is the Ratnatraya, but in modern times, not modern times, अपने आज के लोगों को समझ में आए वैसे वही बात को मैं इस रूप में कहूंगी. First is self-realization. Self is also a bhav. उस भाव का realization. Okay. The self is also a bhav of Gyan Darshan. The self is made of Gyan Darshan bhav. Uska realization. Oh, that is me. Is the beginning of Moksha Marga, 4th Gunasthana. Now, the more and more you absorb in the self, what will happen? The more and more you absorb in that bhav, have oneness with that bhav of the self, of Gyan Darshan, it will become pure. So it is self-purification. Self-realization, next step is self-purification. And now the self means the Gyan Darshan, was maligned by Ragadvesh. Our Gyan Darshan was maligned matlab dirtied by Ragadvesh. Dirtied matlab uske upar Ragadvesh ka load tha. Now all that load will go down. Now no more new load you're adding to it. The old load is all shedding. So then it becomes self-conquer. You've conquered yourself. By yourself, in yourself, for yourself. That is a 13th Gunasthan. So from 5th Gunasthan onwards to the 12th Gunasthan is self-purification. The more and more you absorb in the self is purified. Purified means the pure self is realized is called self-purification. You don't have to sit and wash the self or purify the self. You realize it itself is purification. And deeper the realization, deeper the oneness with the self is, more purification. For that only the vrat is taken, the diksha is taken, the vrat, tap, upvas, niyam are taken. Without the self-realization, any vrat, any ritual is all, he says, nothing, zero. It won't lead to moksha. Now you have self-realization, but you don't have the external charitra. Vrat, niyam, diksha and all that. That also will not lead to moksha. Both have to go hand in hand. Supposing you want to be a doctor, then you have to be in the discipline of a medical college. You want to be a military man, you have to be in the discipline of the military academy. You want to be a businessman, you have to come in the discipline of a businessman. Without the discipline of businessman, your aim of being a good businessman or a good politician or whatever it is, you cannot aim. So he says in Lokik Vyavhar and in Paramarthik Vyavhar, in both the cases, you need the discipline, you need the Vinay, you need the Gyan Darshan Charitra. Everywhere it is Gyan Darshan Charitra. The wrong direction of Gyan Darshan Charitra is Sansar Bhav, and the right direction of Gyan Darshan Charitra is the Bhava Vishuddhi. Okay, am I loud and clear, Mahendran sir, Saurabh-ji?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt?
Yes,
So
ma'am. Yes,
far?
ma'am.
Very simple. Okay, aage chalte hain.
Yeah.
So he says, Bhava Vishuddhi is the root, is the root. Everything else is the shoot. All the rituals, Samaik, Pratikraman, everything is the shoot. This is the root. Then he says, I'll just read out one gatha for you. Bhavo hi padhama lingam. Bhav is the pratham linga. Linga means here the identification of a spiritualist. Dravya lingam cha jaan paramatham. Na dabba lingam. Dravya linga. See, even the animals are without clothes. They are nagna. So that doesn't mean that they will attain liberation. So just by merely discarding the clothes, giving up attachment for external things will not lead to moksha. Okay, so bhav is the karana bhuta, the cause, the primary cause of guna dosha. Atma mein ananta guna hai. You realize it, then it is bhavalinga. You don't realize the ananta guna of the Atma, it is a dosh. Atma is nirdosha swabhav. Not realizing it is the biggest dosha. But what we don't see that Atma ke guna dosh, and we keep telling Navagraha dosh, ye dosh, wo dosh, shani lag gaya, ye lag gaya, wo lag gaya. And we keep trying to do the planetary corrections. We do some mithyatva rituals, and again we bind more load on that. Okay, so like this he says, and then he says the external renunciation is taken up for internal absorption. The external way of renunciation is taken up, only then you can absorb in yourself now. Externally, if you're not detached, then your mind will, then why are you there in that world? Because you have attachment. Then how can you conquer attachment? How can you absorb in the self? You understand? Without detaching from other homes, you cannot enter your home. You want to enter your home means you have to stop wandering in other homes, in other places. So how many ways our mind wanders outside? Through food, through wealth, through body activities, through political activities, through social activities. So from everywhere we have to detach. If we have got the commitment for self-purification and self-conquer. If the self is your priority, then detachment is the tool by which you can absorb in the self and manifest it. You need the tools. Okay. And with the tool, you have to have the right vision, right mission, right attitude, everything. Okay. So he says, without the internal bhava vishuddhi, even crores of years you do tap, you won't get anything. So without the bhava, linga, nirgranthapana, nirgranthahood, we have taken to all this dravyaling many times and wandered in four gati. And he is explaining the suffering in the four gati. Narak ke dukh, sardi, garmi, tiryanch gati mein dukh, hai na? Everywhere we have been inflicted upon by the fruit of our karmas. The only sin is not realizing the self, not realizing the bhav of the pure bhav of the self. Then he says, how many times you have got so many mothers and so much milk you have taken from the mother that even an ocean will be of a lesser quantity. The water in the ocean will be of lesser quantity. And this many times you have taken birth and death, that if we collect the nails and hair and the bones, then even Meru would be smaller. Even the Meru would be smaller. Okay. So without the Atma Bhav, you have meditated in caves and temples and not temples, caves, mountains. You have subjected yourself to fire for everything, but you did not get anything. You got only Punya Bhav or Pap Bhav. Less of Punya Bhav, more of Nithyatva Bhav, and then you went back to Nigod. Okay. So he said, you had so much of the Trishna that, we have so much of Trishna that teen lok, jitna pani humne piya, we have taken consumed so much water, but still every time we are thirsty. For little time only, these material things can quench your hunger and thirst, satisfy you for some time, but not permanent. So now give up your desire. Now look inwards. Come home. Clear? Huh? Then he says, okay. Then he's talking about Kumaran. You have never had the Sumaran. Sumaran is with self-realization. Kumaran is without self-realization. Without self-realization, Kumaran means you die out of fear and attachment. Anxiety, fear, attachment. And Sumaran is fearlessly. I do not die. Separation of the body and soul is called death. Actually, there is no death. Even the body doesn't die. The body is made of Pudgal. The Pudgal are eternal. And Atma is also eternal. So only the Pariyai changes. So why have to worry? When death has to happen, it will happen. Millions of times I have died. Now why fear? Now it is a time for me to be like a hero and conquer death. If your death is successful, your life is successful. You don't have to worry about the next life. But if your death is a failure, your life is a failure, your next life will be a very treacherous one, a very disturbing one. Isliye, along with the vratas, the Sallekhana vrata is stressed in Jainism. In our Pratikraman also, we do the 12 vrat ke atichar, then we do the Sallekhana ke atichar also. So 12 vratas is art of living and Sallekhana is art of dying. So if you have both on your side, then you know the art of right living. Is it clear? So every day you have to say, I have no desire to live. I have no desire to die. No desire related to this birth. No desire related to next birth. No desire for any companionship. No desire for bhog upabhog. Complete desirelessness is moksha. You will start experiencing the bliss of moksha here and now if you master desirelessness. So first bhav mein desirelessness will come. Then charitra mein desirelessness will come. Charitra means renunciation, etc. Okay. So then he says, take to Ratnatraya. Believe in yourself. Know thyself. Believe thyself. Then your maran will become Sumaran, and with Sumaran you will get the Shashwat Sukh. So we all should prepare for our Sallekhana. Every day we should prepare for our Sallekhana. How to prepare every day? Now you take the decision that I am a pure soul and I am beyond birth and death. That's all. That is the only preparation. Now you take the decision that I am a pure soul, I am beyond birth and death. Fearlessness is not my nature. Fear is because of the Bhaya Mohaniya karma. But fearlessness is my swabhav. And we have to keep taking examinations, keep subjecting ourselves to Upsarg Parisha, and then master that fearlessness. So Upsarg Parisha are examination for the Munis to test whether they are really applying the fearlessness concept that they have learned through the scriptures. So the more committed you are to the higher goal, so higher examination you will get. Greater will be the Upsarg and Parisha. Then if your preparation is the best, you will master it, and within one bhav you can get moksha. Or otherwise maybe 5, 7, 8 bhav, or maybe 8 or 7, 15 bhav. It depends on your commitment and your preparation. Clear? Clear? Okay. So then he says, he's talking about the suffering in all the worlds. There is, very beautifully, he says, there is no place in the entire universe where you have not born umpteen number of times. Okay. And there is no pudgal that you have not consumed and left in the whole universe, Since Anadi Kal you are wandering, so no place where you have not taken birth, no pudgal which you have not taken and left, and no person with whom you have not established all kinds of relations. That is not told over here. I've read it elsewhere. Still, you have not got liberation. Because you have not have the bhav vishuddhi. You have not understood the swa ka bhav. Anant kal tak, janma maran se पीड़ित होकर के you're suffering. Now at least have compassion on yourself. Then he says that in our 1 inch of our body, एक अंगुल में 96 rog are there. Diseases are there in this much part of the body. Then in the whole body, how many diseases were there? Inside the body, diseases are there in a potential form. Because your body is made of, again, all kinds of chemicals. And which chemical imbalance will be there and lead to which disease? And then with every disease, you get disturbed. Yesterday, I read a very beautiful thing in this one, Jainendra Siddhant Kosh. It was very nice. If time permits, I will take it and read it out for you. Very beautifully. I'll just say one line about it. He says that in the 8 karma list, why Vedaniya is placed between the Mohaniya karmas, between the Ghati karmas. And why Antarai karma is placed last. What is the logic behind it? You understand? Antarai karma is a Ghati karma. It should come in the first 4, but why it is placed last? And Vedaniya karma is a Ghati karma. It should come after the Ghati karma. Why it is coming in the 3rd place? You understand the question? Jnana Varniya, Darshana Varniya, and then comes Vedaniya. Why not Mohaniya first? Why not Antarai first? Even I used to think, but I never got a very satisfying answer. But yesterday when I got it, oh my God, I was jumping. I just wanted to share it with somebody, the joy, of that answer. So beautifully he says over there. Okay, so this is a question you all have. If you have the answer, you tell me. Otherwise, I'll tell you what Jinendra ji tells us. Okay, Varni ji tells us. Okay,
Mom, please go ahead now. This has been nagging for me for a while.
You want the answer? Oh my God,
Yes,
is my video off? Why my video is off? My God, why did you not tell me all this time? Why did you not tell me all this time? Sorry.
We thought maybe there was some intrusion there.
No. I'm sitting right like this only. You should have told me.
That's okay, ma'am.
Oh my God. Okay, just give me a minute. I'll get the book. I should find it at the earliest. Where I'll find it, I don't know. I think I got it. Yes, I got it. Anybody wants to read it, can read it. It is on volume 1, Jainendra Siddhant Kosh. Encyclopedia. You should get a 5-volume set of this book. Okay, 5-volume set. It is from Bharatiya Gyan Peeth, Delhi. Page number 91 of volume 1. There he says, Vedaniya bhi kathanchit ghati hai. Kathanchit means in one aspect, from one aspect. What he says is, whenever the Vedaniya karma comes up, you don't suffer just because of the Vedaniya karma. Always the Mohaniya karma will be with the Vedaniya karma. Supposing you are hungry. So that is Kshuda Vedaniya karma. Okay, you should read all these divisions of the 148 karmas. And for that, I have sent you the Bandh Tattva book, Saurabh ji. आपने पढ़ना चालू किया उसको?
Yes, ma'am.
उसमें जाके वेदनीय कर्म का पढ़ना. So,
Sure.
he says, Vedaniya karma, whenever the rise of Vedaniya karma is there, Kshuda Vedaniya karma, hunger producing karma has risen in the karmas, and in the Atma, the bhav of eating will come. And immediately we'll go and eat. Okay. Or when the bhav of eating has to come in the Atma, there will be a corresponding rise in the karma. When the bhav of eating has to come in the Atma, there will be a corresponding rise in the karma. So, nimit nemitic sam. Now, what thought we have? Oh, if I don't eat, I will die. Or we have the temptation for eating. We have the temptation for eating. We have the rag for eating. I want this particular food. I don't want that particular food. So one food, if you have consumed now, you won't consume the same food again because of the rag. You will want another food. So now what is this? Mohaniya karma. So it is the Mohaniya karma that adds the fuel to the fire of the Vedaniya karma. So that Vedaniya karma becomes like the Ghati karma. So it is placed before Mohaniya karma. And your Gyan Darshan goes for a toss. You are not interested in your Gyan Darshan ka Vedan. You are interested in the Vedaniya karma ke uday mein. You are interested in water, your comforts and your food and all body related comforts you are interested in. So that is your Mohaniya at work. So it is placed before the Gyanavarniya, Darshanavarniya Mohaniya. Is it clear, Padma Priya?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, why Antaray karma is placed last? He says, now you are having moha. You are having moha because of that, whatever moha you had for, according to that, you got the Nam, Gotra, Ayu, everything. And you got engaged in them and you went away from your Gyan Darshan. So you created an Antaray between your pure soul and yourself. Otherwise, Antaray is nothing. Antaray, that's why they placed it last. Your engagement with Nama, Gotra, Vedaniya, इनके निमित्त से ही अंतराय कर्म का व्यापार होता है. इसलिए अघाती कर्म के पीछे अंतराय कर्म को कहा है. Even though antaray karma is ghati karma, it is given the place along with the aghati karma. And even though the vedaniya karma is aghati karma, it is given the place along with the ghati karma. Because every moment, either we are having sata vedaniya or asata vedaniya, and along with that, we are doing mohaniya and binding jnana varniya, darshana varniya, and creating a rift between ourself and the pure self. Ourself means the kashayatma and the upyogatma jnana. You bridge that gap, then the antaray will break. You absorb in the Gyan Darshan, you don't do no new moha. Whatever Vedan is happening, you remain a Gyata Drishta towards it. You do no new Ragdvesh. So no new Nam Gotra you are binding. So no new rebirth. Ho gaya na Atho Karma ka analysis. Was it not interesting?
Thank you, ma'am. Very nice analysis. Very, very nice
Yes,
analogy.
yes. So
How
keep
much
reading.
they have helped to come to this realization?
Huh?
You know, ma'am, how much they might have thought about this to come to this kind of realization?
Yes. See, the Kevli Bhagwan realized it and they gave us ready-made cooked food. We just have to eat it.
Mm.
And all the acharyas got it directly from the Shruta Kevalis. Okay, the
Yes, ma'am.
Kevalis gave it to the Shruta Kevalis gave it to the acharyas gave it to us, and we are not interested. We want to prove how scientific it is not to eat Ratri Bhojan, how it is not to do Jamikan. We are interested. No. So very primitive way of understanding Jainism is there outside. But in Paramagam, you see the heights of our understanding that they want us to take us. We should feel really blessed to have an opportunity to this exposure of Janmad. You must have really done a lot of tremendous. See, when I'm telling lot of tremendous, I'm only trying to add superlatives to the punya that you must have done to at least listen to all this. I feel so fortunate. Had I not come to MA Jainism, had I not come to Paramagam, I don't think we would have got exposure to this depth of literature. We would have kept ourselves deprived of this. At least have that mahima of that happiness, that sense of gratitude towards the great acharyas and teachers. How thankful I am to Paramatma, how thankful I am to Guru Bhagwan. I'm thankful to Jinwani for taking care of me so much. I feel so blessed. I feel so happy. Always feel happy, All your cells want to be happy. Your mind wants to be happy. Your soul wants to be happy. And we never want to be happy. That is moha. Gyan Anand is our swabhav. So always, that's why I always say smile. Smile a lot. Early in the morning, get up, stand in front of the mirror and smile. Even if it's a fake smile, smile. Keep smiling. Look at Paramatma's mudra, So when you smile, your bhav will change. Your bhav changes, your bhav will change. Even if your body parts are cut, your intestines have come out, you're on the deathbed, still be happy. I am Gyata Drashta. Nothing has happened to me. I'm safe, secure, not bolted from inside. Not an iota of Pudgal or Ragdvesh or Karma can enter into me. That's safe and secure I am. Like Siddha Bhakti. Right now I am like Siddha Bhakti. Why we don't be happy, I don't understand. Okay. So problems will come, challenges will come, all garbage in, garbage out. Now, garbage in, garbage out is all the old karma. Now I will be not doing new moha. I'll remain in Gyan. I am that Gyan Ananda Swabhav. I am that. I'm not all this. All this is Kashaya Atma. I am Gyan Atma. Now, what is that Gyan Atma? We will explore and find out. Okay. Chal. So 96 rog are there. Then he says that in your mother's womb, what kind of food you have taken over there in that darkness, filthy life you have lived over there. And in this world also, your body is so much of filth. Okay. Then one who is free from family is not liberated. Who is liberated then? Write down one word, vasana. Vasana. What is vasana? Kama vasana, they say. Kam is lust. Now vasana means, split the word, vasa plus na. Jahan, where the Shuddhatma bhav ka vas nahi hai. I am a pure soul. That bhav is not there. All that is vasana. So now you give up all the vasana and Atma mein vas karo. Or vasana ko dur karo. Why you're not absorbing in the pure soul? Because you have the vasana. Vasana is temptation, lust for the material thing, for all the five senses. All the five sense pleasures, temptation is vasana. Because in those five sense pleasures, there is no bhav of Shuddhatma. If, okay, I am a pure soul, then why you are behind the temptations? We are not happy with our we are not happy with our own self. That's why we are seeking happiness through the sense pleasures. Otherwise, why anybody takes to sense pleasures? Because they are not happy inside. I'll eat this rasgulla, then I'll be happy. I'll go for this movie, then I'll be happy. Why it can't be like this? Oh, I'm very happy, so I'm eating this rasgulla. Can it be like this? If you're happy, then why you are eating the rasgulla? Siddha Bhagwan is not eating rasgulla. You're eating means you are not happy inside. So first you be happy inside. Then external detachment will start. Then complete detachment will come. First, learn to be happy with your pure soul. Then you will not need these external things. You will start reducing them. Then one fine day, everything will be gone. So this bhav we have got, this is the minimalist philosophy that people follow. But without the self-realization inside, the minimalist philosophy is not going to help. It will get them some punya, some good karma. That's okay. We are not debating that is good or not. I'll tell you one thing I'll show you. I've got a thesis. Did I tell you about this thesis? Did I tell you about the title of this thesis sometime in the class?
What
No,
was that,
ma'am.
ma'am?
Okay.
What's that?
It is a thesis which has come to me for evaluation. It is, so listen carefully. It's a long term. Green, religious and minimalistic practices in Hinduism, Jainism, Buddhism, and the role of social media in promoting these practices. So green practices, minimalistic practices. But now how much he would have talked about this Bhav Vishuddhi? If he has not read Kunda Kunda, he would not have, he would not have definitely written about Bhav Vishuddhi. Here and there he has written, but how much he has realized or not, I don't know. So for that, I'll be giving him a set of questions. Through those questions, let him ponder over these questions. Okay, but it's a wonderful thesis. It's done very well, very neatly. It has been done. I'm evaluating it and giving my report. Okay, so many theses come to us. We keep evaluating them and we keep growing in the process. Okay, chalo. So give up Vasna. Clear? Got the Vasna? Chalo. Next one. So there have been many munis, who have given up the attachment for the body, and they have taken to Nirgranthhood, but they never gave up the ego. They never moved from the ego consciousness to soul consciousness. The ego remained intact. So they did not accomplish the pure soul. Okay, Siddhi nahi hui. Now for this, they have given a lot of stories. In the footnote, they have given a lot of stories. You read it yourself about Bahubali, about Madhu Pingal, then about Vasishta, Deepayan, Shivabhuti, Bahu. Stories are there. You can read it yourself. I'm not going to tell you those stories. I don't have time for that. Okay, somebody can read those stories and tell the class. Okay, now he says, a Dravyalingi Muni can do Ugra Tap. Ugra means, you know what? Austere practices. Very rigorous austerities. But still, and he may get many riddhis. He may get many powers, yogic powers he may get. But those yogic powers can lead to increase in the kashai, anger, etc. Okay. Now in the Friday class, I gave an example. I would like to give it to you also. You all can note down. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. What happens when we fast? See, I told you, I was doing this 1 day fruit diet, then 1 day this thing. I just did for a month or so, and then I gave it up. Now I'm doing my 2 days, 80% fruit diet, 20% normal diet, and 1 day upvas. I could not do. So according to my body Shakti only, we should do the tap. Shakti praman hi tap karna, never do hurt you with your body. Understanding the nature and needs of the body, you have to see your body also needs your attention. You have to give it what the nourishment you have to give. Then take from the body for this soul realization, whatever it is. Okay. So you have to understand this. Now write down how many kinds of sharir we have. We have 3 kinds of sharir. Audarik, Tejas, Karman. We matlab our Atma is surrounded by these 3 kinds of bodies. So actually there are 4 bodies. One is the Gyan Sharir. The Gyan Sharir, no, the Atma is made of Gyan. Like the sugar is made of sweetness, Atma is of Gyan Sharir. This comes in our Nikshep lesson. Mahindran sir, 3rd semester, you will be studying logic, no? Anga and the Nikshepla and the Gyan Sharir complete our. So this Gyan Sharir is not absorbed in the Gyan. So according to the Vedaniya, Mohaniya, Bhava, it got these 3 kinds of bodies. Okay, it got these 3 kinds of bodies. Ka Mela, you know Mela? Mela na fun fair we go na, and we are surrounded by all things and people. So like that, our Atma is surrounded by these 3 kinds of bodies. What are those 3? Audarik, Tejas, Karman. In Devlok, it is Vakriya, Tejas, Karman. And for a Riddhidhari Muni, it could be Aharak, Tejas, Karman sometimes, Audarik, Tejas, Karman sometimes, Vakriya, Tejas, Karman sometimes. It depends on his application. Okay. Now, our body is made of the food we eat. The food that we consume today gets converted into 7 things. This is written even in the Jain text and in the Vedic Ayurveda and all that. Okay. So it is there in the Jain text. It is a science, basically science. So what are those 7 things? I've already told you earlier sometime. The first one is Rasa, Rakta, Mamsa, Meda, Asthi, Majja, and Virya. So if the food you consume is wrong, then all these 7 will not be right. But the food that you take in will be right, then all the 7 will be right. And the more you take of these foods, the more contaminated these 7 will be. And the less you take, the sattvic food you take, the best energy will be in these 7 things. Now you take Hanumanji's body. Hanumanji could fly. How he could fly? So I'll just give one small point from my research. There are 5 kinds of Vayu in our body. Apan, Vyan, Udan, Saman, and all 5 kinds of Vayu. If that Vayu is not of a very high quality, you cannot fly. That Vayu is all your gastric Vayu, contaminated Vayu. So you have to take the good food and all the gastric Vayu should go. Then your Vayu is good and good and good. Now listen to me. When you are meditating, your mind is wandering. So it is wandering because of the corrupted Vayu in your body. So Vayu gives gati to your thoughts. So, and the more you meditate, your gati of your thoughts can be conquered. The Vayu in your body can be corrected. So do plenty of pranayam, do plenty of meditation if you want to go to the higher levels. 1 hour pranayam in the morning, 1 hour pranayam in the evening. And pranayam is nothing but your Kayutsarga. In Kayutsarga, what you're doing? Kausarga, what you're doing? Just concentrating on your breath, and through the breath, you're concentrating on the concentrator. You know? So everywhere it is the Kayutsarga, Kaya ka Utsarga. Forget that you have a body. So in between you have the thoughts, you have the breath. So you concentrate on the breath, you can concentrate on the soul. Provided you have understood the nature of the soul. Otherwise, mere preksha of the breath is not going to lead to liberation. Clear? So what I'm trying to say is, you have 3 kinds of bodies, Audarik, Tejas, Karman. So now your Audarik body needs food. So food is not just the food you eat. Even the water you drink is food. The sunlight is food. The air you consume is food. All that is food for the body. Okay, so everything has to be in proportion. Now, in what proportion these things are there in nature, in that proportion they are there in the body. They say, no, what is in the Brahmand is in the Pinda. Yatha Pinde, Tatha Brahmande. Tatha Ande. Tatha in the Haste. They are there in your hands also. Okay, what is there in the Brahmand is there in your body. What is there in your body is there in your hands. So you keep doing these exercises, your nervous system, your blood circulation system. So that is why we say physically be active. Apna kaam apne haath se karo. Wash your clothes, sweep your house, be physically active. Don't have a sedentary life. Spiritually inactive. Spiritually become inner, you're not doing anything. And physically, you have to be active, okay? Because the Audaric Sharir will be in perfect shape if it is kept active. Otherwise, it will become like a lazy bone and all diseases will come to it. Okay. Now, the food that you consume gets converted into these 7 things. So our immunity or our Jivani Shakti, our Atma, you can call it Atma, you can call it the immunity, you can call the life force. It does 2 things, digestion and healing. But 24/7, if you're eating, then that Jivani Shakti is used for digestion. So there is no room for healing. That is when you become diseased. Diseased, you're not at ease. First, what is it to be at ease? Means to be in the Atma, to be always peaceful, to be always happy, to be without anxiety. But the moment diseases are there, anxiety takes over. And then we start working to get rid of that disease so that we get rid of the anxiety. But peace is my nature, that we don't realize. What is the nature of that? Peace is my nature, and what is the nature of that peace? Okay, that is bhav. That is the bhav Vishuddha. Okay, so now the food that you consume, the Tejas Sharir acts on it and digests it. The Tejas Sharir is the, what to say, all your liver, bile, secretion, the enzymes, all that is the Tejas Sharir, which keeps your body warm, and the metabolic activity, the fire body, everything is the Tejas Sharir. Now, the nearest to the Tejas Sharir is the Karman Sharir. Pare Pare Sukshmam. Audaric se Vakriya is Sukshma, Vakriya se Aharak is Sukshma, Aharak se Tejas is Sukshma, Tejas se Karman is Sukshma. Audaric is the gross body. So this Audaric body is there even in the stones, even in the plants, even in one sense, Nigo, everybody is Audaric Sharir. Now, today you are doing Upvas, you're fasting today. What happens is the Tejas Sharir has got no work for digestion today. So the nearest to it is the Karman Sharir. It will act on it and reduce it to ashes. वो Karman Sharir को भस्म कर सकता है, that fire. That metabolic fire now will start destroying the Karman Sharir. But now that Jiva has no Swadhyay, no Dhyan ka bal. So that Tejas Sharir will ignite the Kashayatma. So people who take to fasting get irritated, get angry quickly. वो Tejas Sharir है ना, active हो गया. Now you don't know what to do with that energy. So if you have the Swadhyay, you'll put it on your Atma, then your karmas will be destroyed to a greater extent. But without the self-realization, that Tejas Sharir you have activated, it will increase the Kashayatma. So your anger, your irritation, your restlessness will increase on those days. So that is called as Bala Tap. With Swadhyay, with realization, you do the tap, it is Bhavalinga. Otherwise, it is Dravyalinga. Clear? Got it? Interesting how Karman Sharir
Very
get
interesting,
destroyed.
ma'am.
Yeah. And it is written in these books, it is written that it will come in Aage ke Pahud, it will come. That, you know, Karodo Varsh tak, an Agyani takes to austerities in the wrong with Mithya Darshan Gyan Charitra. What karmas he will destroy in crores of years, a Gyani will destroy in one swasaswas. That is the power of Gyan. That is the power of Gyan. That is why we are learning and teaching and reading all these things for you. Or rather for ourselves. Okay. Clear? समझ में आ गया? The science behind this Audaric, Tejas, Karman and all that things. Now
Yes.
you look at it from the autophagy angle. Autophagy क्या बोलता है? Self-eating. So the Tejas Sharir will eat off all the Karman Sharir and convert it into, if you have the Swadhyay, it will convert it into Bhavishuddhi. And if you don't have the Swadhyay, it will convert it into Kashay at the subtler level. At the physical level, there will be a gross purification happening, healing happening. But at the deeper level, at the subconscious level, the healing will not happen. It could add to more mithyatva also, if you take to tap with the wrong understanding. And the science will not reach so far that Bhagwan is trying to show us. Okay, chalo. So then he gives the example of, the stories are examples of the Riddhidhari people who took to tap in a wrong way and did not accomplish the right goal. These stories are given to tell about those people. Okay. Then he says, without the Bhava Vishuddhi, you master the 11 Angas. They are zero. It's all load on your mind. I know this, I know this, I know this. What you know nothing. You don't know the self. Okay. But you will not get Atma Anubhav if you don't apply the Bhav Vishuddhi. You don't have the Bhav Vishuddhi. Okay. Then he says, see, I'm reading in Hindi and I'm telling in English. Do you appreciate it?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Kandipa, madam.
Bhav
Definitely, madam.
Huh? Okay, whatever it is. So with Bhava, Dravyalinga, Muni will destroy the karmas. Without the Bhava Vishuddhi, the Dravyalingi Muni cannot destroy the karmas. इसलिए आत्मा की भावना करनी चाहिए. And through 12 bhavanas, आत्मा की भावना ही बता रहे हैं. But what we do the 12 bhavanas, but आत्मा की भावना आतीच नहीं. So again, it remains Dravyalinga. Okay. Then he says, who is a Bhavalingi Muni? A Muni who gives up all attachment for all kinds of parigraha, internal and external parigraha, who has no ego consciousness, is a Bhavalingi Muni. He gives up all the attachment. Okay, now you write down the 4 buddhis. In Samesa, they talk about 4 buddhis. Ekatva buddhi, Mamatva buddhi, Kartritva buddhi, Bhoktritva buddhi. Ekatva is oneness with the body. Buddhi means the gyan, understanding. Buddhi here refers to not the brain, but the gyan. The seat of gyan is the brain. Okay, so buddhi they say. Buddhi ke you can say no. Buddhi idhar hai. But buddhi nahi hai, wo gyan hai. And listen, the feeling mind is called as man. The reasoning mind is called as buddhi. The feeling mind is called man or mind, and the reasoning mind is called intellect. So Hindi mein jo man hai, wo English mein mind hai. That is a feeling mind. But mind we also refer to intellect. So different connotations. But in the Indian tradition, man refers to mind, which is the feeling mind. And the mind of English is the intellect, buddhi of the Indian tradition. Samajh mein aa gaya? Feeling mind is man, reasoning mind is intellect. And the discriminatory mind is the wisdom. The discriminatory mind between the self and non-self, between the right and wrong, between the real truth and untruth, real and unreal, the discriminating mind. Not discriminating between Shudra, Vaishya, no. Discriminating between Swa and Par, Mithyatva, Samyaktva, Moksha Marg, Sansar Marg. That is wisdom. So all our education should be to kindle that wisdom. So when that wisdom is kindled, it will guide your knowledge in the right direction. then that knowledge becomes Samyak Gyan. So through Dev Guru Shastra, we are only trying to kindle that wisdom, the discriminatory intellect. That becomes Samyak Gyan. That is the practical Jainism, application of Jainism. So what they are trying to say is that, क्या बोल रहे हैं? एकत्व बुद्धि.
Yeah, you start with the 4 buddhis. Yeah.
Ekatva buddhi is a oneness. The mind that thinks that the body and self are one. That is ekatva buddhi. Now what you have to do, you have to replace it with the gyayak bhav. Oneness with the gyayak bhav. Ekatva buddhi is sansara, moksha marga. With the body, it is sansara marga. Ekatva buddhi you keep in between. Okay, you do like this. I'll come to the board. I cannot come to the board. So I'm not going to even attempt to come to the board. Leave it. Keep the 4 buddhis in between. Left you write sansar marg, right you write moksha marg. Now ekatva buddhi both will have samyak drishti, mithya drishti. Mithya drishti will have ekatva with what? Body. And body includes family, money, wealth, etc. So all this is mine, all this is mine. Now, when we read the scriptures, our ekatva buddhi will shift, paradigm shift. So it will become oneness with the gyayak bhav. Oneness with the gyan sharir. Not with the audarik sharir, tejas sharir, karman sharir. Complete paradigm shift. Okay. Now because you have the ekatva buddhi with the body, you will have mamatva with all that. No, mindness. The ego is the I. Then with that ego, you have all the mind. And then the mindness is the ekatva buddhi, mamatva buddhi. Now, if you have ekatva with the atma, then mamatva will be with Paramatma, with Atma, with Dev Guru Shastra, with all those who have taken the inner journey, Ratnatre, mamatva. More and more you will seek this. So you will have attachment for yourself. So detachment with all others. They are 2 facets of the same coin. Understood? So internal ekatva mamatva increases, external ekatva mamatva decreases. Now listen, Atma is also a karta bhokta of its own qualities, of its own properties. So having oneness with that, Kartritva buddhi means I am the doer of my own soul activities. I am not the doer of all the material activities. Man, Vachan, Kaya ke activities, I am not the doer. Karma, Kashai, Kaya, Maya, I am not the doer. Like Siddha Bhagwan is doing the work of his soul, like that I am also every time doing the work of Gyan Darshan Kartritva. That Kartritva is there, the Kartritva buddhi should come. And enjoy that. That is Bhoktritva buddhi. Enjoy your pure soul. That is Diksha. That is Samaik. That is Paushad. That is Upvas. Upvas karke kya karna? Enjoy the Gyata Drashta Bhoktritva. Kartritva Bhoktritva of Gyata Drashta Bhav. Diksha leke kya karna? Enjoy being a Gyata Drashta. Paushad karke kya karna? Enjoy being a Gyata Drashta. Enjoy being a Gyata Drashta. So, even if a drunkard or a drug addict also wants to escape from these 4 buddhis, the humdrum affair of the material world, but he is seeking for momentary pleasures in drinks and drugs. And he becomes weaker and weaker. Because his audarik sharir will be, kya bolte, gal jata. With this kind of audarik sharir, you can't go to the highest level of pure soul. So your body is the boat. It will ferry you across the ocean. You have to keep it fit and fine. It is your neighbor. So love thy neighbor. Love thy neighbor means what? Not to be attached with the neighbor. Your neighbor is there. You love your neighbor. But that doesn't mean you're always knowing what the neighbor is doing. No. So body is your neighbor. Love thy neighbor means keep it comfortable so that it does not disturb your peace. Clear? Understood what I'm trying to say? Only then the Bhav Vishuddhi journey you can be without any discomfort and all that. But just merely keeping the body fit and fine should not be the goal. Whatever according to the karma uday, the body will go through. Even birth, death, whatever it is. But yet I am that pure soul. So that is the Ekatva Buddhi. Mamatva Buddhi, Kartritva Buddhi, Bhoktritva Buddhi. Understood? Got it? So
Yes,
if you're having Ekatva with the body, Mamatva with the external things, Kartritva of all these things, then the Bhoktritva Buddhi is intact. That Bhoktritva Buddhi is only Mithyatva Buddhi. The Karta Ekatva, these 4 Buddhis in the wrong direction is Mithyatva. And these 4 Buddhis in the right direction is Samyak. Okay, chal. Huh. So the 4 Buddhis in the right direction is Bhavalinga. But without correcting these 4 Buddhis, you take to external renunciation and all, it is Dravyalinga. So then he uses the word Man Kashai is intact. That Man Kashai is the 4 wrong Buddhis. That I, mine, mineness, that ego, all that wrong understanding is the Man Kashai. Okay, yeah. I am greater than somebody, I am lesser than Siddha Bhagwan is also Man Kashai. Go and read the Dasalakshan mein Mardav Dharma. Shama, Mardav, Vardav, Adi mein jaake padho. Okay. So what all Bhavalingi Muni thinks is Mamatva Rahita, detachment. Then he says, Jnana Darshana Charitra, Pratyakhyana, Samvara, Yoga, all these are Atma ke bhav. ये सब आत्मा में ही है. आत्मा में हो तो it is ज्ञान दर्शन चारित्र, संवर सामायिक योग, otherwise no. Then he says, I am jnana darshana swarupa shashwat atma. Everything else is sanyoga, association, disassociation. So you have the sanyogi bhav. Okay. Your body is mine is sanyogi bhav. The jnanic bhav is mine. I am, that is also a bhav. So he says, I am different from all the sanyog and sanyogi bhav. See, this sanyogi bhav came to me, that this body is mine. So who knows it? That knower is me. The sanyogi bhav is not me. The sanyog is not me. The sanyogi bhav is also not me. I am only a witness of this bhav. Like that, we have to keep applying and come to that practice of that Sakshi bhav. So, hey Atman, if you want to overcome all the 4 gatis suffering, then take to Bhava Vishuddhi and meditate on the pure soul. So how your Gyan is ever pure, I've already told you earlier. And whoever takes to this Bhava Vishuddhi, Nirmal Atma ka Chintan will definitely get Nirvana. Now, how to meditate on the pure soul? So all of you memorize this Gatha. Gatha number 64. 64 ki Gatha. Arasam aruvam agandham avattam chedana gunam asaddam. Mahendran sir, Samay sir mein padha tha. Jana aling gehenam jivam mani dittha santhanam. This Gatha is there in all the Panch Paramagam. So I think so. Samay sar to hai, Pravachan sar mein hai, Niyam sar mein hai, Ashtapahud mein hai, or I think Panchastikay mein bhi hoga, I'm not sure. So how to meditate on the pure soul? I am aras. You cannot experience the Atma by the 5 indriya. Ras rahit. You cannot taste the Atma and say Atma is sweet, sour, khatta, meetha, tikha, kadwa. No. I am the knower of all these tastes. I am not the taste. Aruvam, Atma is formless. All the form is of the Pudgal. My form is separate from these. Agandham, Atma is odorless. I am the knower of all the odors. I am not the odor. Avattam, What Atma is cannot be expressed to others. It can be expressed to our own self only. You cannot take in the hand and say, this is Atma. Aryan Bhagwan also cannot do it because it is avyakta swabhav. Like I can take this glass and show you this is glass. Like that, I can't take the Atma and show you this is Atma. It is avyakta swabhav. It can only be vyakta to a seeker. Who seeks it, it will manifest before it. Those who don't seek it, it won't manifest. It is manifesting, but we are not realizing that that is manifestation. Every moment, the Gyayak Bhav is ever present. It is Chedana Gunam, Chaitanya Gun, Asaddam. Asaddam means it is beyond all words. Shabda Rahit. And to Panch Indriya aa gaya. Then Jana. Jana matlab there are two meanings to it. One is know, Jano. And another is Jnana Swabhav. Jano, a linga grain. You cannot identify the Atma with any linga. Like you can identify the glass because it is of the shape of the glass. It is steel ka glass. So it's identification. Like that, with what identification you'll identify the Atma? It's a linga grahan. Now, this word linga, we will see in Linga Pahud mein. I have some research done related to linga. You can listen to it if you want. So this word linga we read in 2-3 contexts. In our school, we studied pulling, striling, napumsakling, masculine, feminine, neuter gender. In Hindi, Sanskrit, Prakrit, we have pulling, striling, napumsakling. In Tamil, what do you say, Mahindran sir?
On Paul, Pen Paul, and Palavin Paul.
So that is linga. Okay. Second, when a child is born. When a child is born, how do you identify boy or girl? Seeing the linga. It's a boy or a girl. You know, when you say pulling, striling, but how will you say this is napumsakling? How will you say book is napumsakling? How will you say an insect is napumsakling? Because you can't identify the linga of that, whether male, female. So you say it, whatever. Now, another one you have Jina Linga and Shiva Linga. Another one you have is Jina Linga and Shiva Linga. So all these while we thought the Shiva Linga is a Vedic concept. But when I read deeper the Jain art architecture, I understood, we saw that there is a pedestal with a water outlet opening, and on that a Chaturmukhi Jina Pratima is kept. So that is the Shiva Linga. You understood what I'm trying to say? So they removed the Chaturmukha and they kept the male genital organ. And then below was the female genital organ. They call it as Shiva Linga. Okay. So that is the fusion between the male and female. The male procreatory organ, the female procreatory organ. And they say, no, this is not the one. What another interpretation I found is, so that linga is your spinal cord. You have this part between your head and your spine, no? The neck region. That part is that Shiva Linga. Okay. So if this part is awakened, that means your Ratnatraya is awakened, you can go to the wisdom level and you can go to the Sahasrar Chakra, the 1000-petal lotus of detachment, you can experience. If you identify the Atma inside, your linga, this identification, your Gyan will go up, and it won't go down. It will remain in that Shunya. It will remain in the Akash. It won't go in the earth, water, fire, air, elements below. And the energy will go higher and higher and higher. And that energy will enable you to manifest the Shiva in you. Clear? So this is also one interpretation. So actually, how will you know that somebody has become a Jina? So the Jina Linga is the Vitaraga Mudra. The complete detachment mudra is the Jina Linga. That these people did not understand, and they replaced the Chaturmukh Pratima with the Shiva Linga. with saying that this is this part or that part of the body, and identify yourself with the Jnana Sharira, whatever. Clear? Understood. So here they are telling that meditate on the Atma, which is a Linga Grahan. You cannot identify the Atma with any other Linga other than the Gyan Darshan Gyayak Swabhav. This Linga, this Mudra, that Mudra, nothing. Only the Gyan Darshan Swabhav, Gyayak Bhav, Chaitanya Swabhav. So go and read the whole of Pravachan Sar, which talks about Gyan Darshan Swabhav. Get the books from us. Please get the books from us and read the Pravachan Sar, Niyam Sar, Bhagavati Aradhana. All these are beautiful books. Ye apne pure samadhi ki tayari. Okay, so I am that. I am that. I am Arasam, Arubam, Agandham, Avattam, Chedana, Gunam, Asaddam. हो सके तो इसकी माला रोज फेरो. अंतर जप, Arasam, Aru. Even though you're tasting all this, I am the one who is the knower and seer. I am not the one who is tasting. तो ऑटोमेटिकली टेस्ट के प्रति राग कम हो जाएगा और एक जन्म में टेस्ट के लिए बॉडी भी नहीं चाहिए. Understood how to conquer the indriyas? How Jai Jinendra ka matlab kya hai? One who knows to meditate on such a pure soul and conquer the indriyas is a Jain. Is a Jain. Truly a Jain. बाकी सब नाम के जैन है, काम के जैन नहीं. पुण्य कर्म बांधने वाले जैन बहुत है. शुभ एक्टिविटीज करने वाले जैन बहुत है. सब स्वर्ग में जाएंगे. और जैन होकर के नॉन वेज खाने वाले लोग भी हैं, मुस्लिम बनने वाले लोग भी हैं. Just yesterday I heard one of my relatives के relative, she's run away from Chennai to Jaipur. She's got 7 boyfriends and with a Muslim, and she's gone to Jaipur and filed a complaint against her parents and grandparents. She's with a Muslim, Jain girl. And her grandparents, she lost her father when she was very small. And her grandparent every week 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 rupees usko dete the. Socho. This is what our girls are doing. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. My relative's relative.
I mean, this has been going on everywhere, ma'am. One of my relatives also have got a restaurant which sells the non-veg food. So, I don't know. He's from a good family, you know, a good Jain family. He's good Jain, but I don't know what's wrong. I mean, no one tells him like you shouldn't do this. I don't know.
Okay, dear.
That's what's happening, ma'am. We can't say, we can't do anything.
We can't do anything.
I intended to say to my husband's prevention. Everyone knows everything. You don't need to teach or preach.
See, poor children, you know, suffering because of not having the right parenting.
That's right, ma'am. We are not teaching our children.
We are not teaching our children the real Jainism. We are teaching all Kriya Kand wala Jainism, and
it doesn't add value because what they think is, hey, others also doing the same. I'm also doing the same. Only the deity is different.
no, see, doing Grahit Mithyatva and then falling in the trap of wrong company. And see, you know what I just read, you know, I don't know, that it's a big agenda. They trap these girls and they abuse them. They physically exploit them, sexually exploit them, and then they sell them for their body parts. They are killed and their body parts are traded. And for one body, they get at least a few crore rupees. It's a big mafia outside.
Yeah, that is,
So,
it is across the religion. So even within Hindus, within Jains, that it is not within Jains, I don't know, but it is across the religion. It is not confined to one religion.
yeah.
They are just preying on the weak. people. That's it.
I think the social media explosion and not having that discriminatory mind, what is good for us, what is good for the environment, we are polluting. So literally we are creating narak on earth. That is how the sixth tara will come then. ऐसे ही नहीं आ जाएगा sixth tara. Gradually it will come. So all these are signs of those Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga is Kalah ka Yug. Internal Kalah will always be there in this Pancham Kal. And sixth tara is Ghor Kali Yuga. Nothing but Kalah. So everywhere inside, outside will be Kalah only. The sixth tara. Okay, dear, come back. So he says, Bhav is the root cause for Munitva and Shravakatva. A Munihood is also Bhav, Shravakhood also is Bhav. Okay? So without Bhava, a Dravyalinga person cannot destroy the karmas. How much of reading, studying, etc. you do, practices you do, mere nudity will not help. मेरे को थोड़ा सा इसमें गुड़ का पानी दे दो. ऊपर नीचे करके दे देना. ठीक है? So like that, then he says, a person who practices external nudity, but internally he is nurturing all the kashai, he is like a bhand, he is like a jester, joker. It's only mockery. Okay. External practices are there, and you measure yourself by the external practices. So you're actually, it is mockery on the soul. It is not adoration of the soul. It is mockery of the soul. Then he says, first you give up the internal doshas. Bye, thank you. Sab darwaja light sab band kar dena. So first you give up mithyatva. Then you give up other things. So bhav is the root cause for sansara, moksha, and see, if you have the sublime bhav, you'll get swarga. The superlative of sublime bhav, shuddha bhav, will lead to nirvana. So in that shubha bhav, you will bind all the padvis. Padvis means all the post nam karma. Tirthankar nama karma, Chakravarti nama karma. All these karmas will, padvis will come to only those people who have this bhav. Ye aage kahin batayenge. Okay, so Chakravarti Adi Vipul Lakshmi ko prapta karte hain. So bhav is of teen types: Shubh, Ashubh, Shuddha. So dharma, dhyan, shukla dhyan are Shuddha bhav, artha, raudra are Shubha, Shubha bhav. You look at Dev Guru Shastra, you have the Shubha bhav. You don't look at Dev Guru Shastra, you look at other things in the world, you'll have Ashubha bhav. And you look at other things and you have the thought of helping them, Shubha bhav. But with more mithyat, like that. One who has destroyed mithyatva alone will destroy manadi kashai, and he will become detached from all the senses. He will be samachitta shramana. Samachitta means equanimous, equanimity. Anything happen, don't worry. So I tell to my Vaishnava friends, Radhe Krishna Hari, anything happen, don't worry. Always be happy. So a person, so what is the yatra, First mithyatva is gone, then manadi kashai gone, then indriya se detachment, then equanimity is nurtured, then sola karan bhavana is applied, then the tirthankar prakriti, etc. a person will bind, and after that he will get nirvana. This is the process for a tirthankar Bhagwan. So tirthankar Bhagwan in their past lives gave up mithyatva, took to samyaktva, gave up manadi kashai, took to kshama adi bhav. So they became indriyon se detached, and then they became equanimous, in that order only. Okay. Yeah. So you take to man vachan kaya se, take to 12 types of austerities. So I always now prescribe everybody to do anshan, avamodarika, rasa parityag, vritti sankshep, praishchit, vinay. This is all psychology. It has got physical implications, psychological implications and spiritual implications. Clear? So how taking to these 12 types of nirjara can heal you at the gross level, at the subtle level, and at the deepest level. So autophagy is nothing but proving the unshan. Eat less than required. The Japanese have proved it. Vrittiyon ka sankshep karo. The minimalist people are doing it. Hai na? Forgive and forget. That is your prashchit. Vinay, humility. Vaiyavritya, service. Dhyan, meditation. Kayotsarga, physical detachment. But alag karte ho. That is not complete Jainism. All the understanding all the 12 and understanding it in the right way, samyak. First understanding samyak atma, atma ko samyak prakar se you understand, then comes samyak darshan gyan, then comes samyak charitra. Then along with that you take the tap, then it is samyak tap. But without these three, your tap will not be samyak tap, it will be bal tap. Clear? Am I clear? Loud and clear? Okay. So, Shuddha Jinalinga. What is Shuddha Jinalinga? Shuddhatma Bhavana Purvak. Shuddha Atma ki Bhavana. With that, you give up all external ties and you take to Bhumi Shayan. And then all these comes under Jinalinga. And a complete inner absorption and complete external detachment is Jinalinga. Okay? So, along with this Shuddhatma Bhavana, you take to Vrata, Puja, Bhakti, Daya, Dan. It is Satishay Punya, extraordinary Punya. But without the Shuddhatma Bhavana, you take to Puja, Vratadi, it is Punya ka bhav. So with that, Moha se rahit Atma ke parinam is Dharma. Shuddhatma ki bhavna and Vrat, Tap, Niyam, Puja, Adi ki bhavna without Moha. Moha means without delusion, without ignorance. That bhav is called Dharma. So Ajnani also can take to all the Punya Nimit. Now what he's telling is, अज्ञानियों का पुण्य भोग का निमित्त है. Ajnani person is taking to punya activities. He is going to get only the 5 indriya ke bhog in the next birth. Whatever bhog samagri you all understand, no? Enjoyment, pleasures, comfortable life is all because of the purva punya. But along with that, you did not have the ratnatre. So with this punya, you will be indulging in these sense pleasures. And you will be losing your punya stock and you will be binding the papa and you will be going to the lower existence. That's why a devata will fall down and a narak jeev will come up. Narak jeev sahan karta hai. He's tolerating all the all the challenges in life. So he has no time for thinking of pleasure. So his punya goes, his pap is destroyed and he's binding punya. Because of that, he comes from narak to Tiryanch Gati or Manushya Gati. Whereas a devata, he's indulging in the sense pleasures. He's enjoying the punya bhog. So it becomes the cause of karma bandha. Whereas for a samyak drishti, whatever indriya bhog is got, he will not indulge in them. And he will remain a knower and seer. And he will get more punya. And he will go to, that is how Samyak Drishti ki yatra, if you see, it will be Devlok Manushya, Devlok Manushya, Devlok Manushya. Clear? All this is told in Gati, Agati, Laghu Dandak and all those things. Okay. So without, so dharma is karma kshay ka hetu, but that dharma we took to for karma bandha. Puja adi punya ki activities se humne karma aur bandh liya. So computer is neither good or bad. Missile is neither good or bad. Fire is neither good or bad. Indriya bhog is neither good or bad. It is your attitude, your bhav that determines what you get out of it. Karma bandh or karma kshay. It's all your drishti that is important. Drishti. So samyak drishti, samyak darshan is also a bhav. So replace all the wrong bhav with the right bhav. That's all. Okay, Shuddhatma ki bhavna se rahit Muni, even if he takes all this Bahya Parigrah ka tyag, he's reciting, again he's repeating all this. So it's a very beautiful Gatha. He says, kya bolte hain? Gatha number, I'll have to see and tell you. 89 to 93. Very beautiful. I think Saurabh sir will remember where we have studied it. Bhanjasu Indiya Senam. Bhanjasu Indiya Senam. Bhanjasu Manamakkadam Payattena. Ma Jana Ranjana Karanam. Bahira Vayavesam Tam Kunasu. He says, see, I'll tell you, not few or many, I don't know, whatever, number of students have taken Diksha. So whenever I go for their Diksha, I will recite this Gatha. I love this Gatha so much. And I didn't know from where this Gatha was until I read the Prakrit literature and until I read this Ashtapaud. It is there on Gatha number 90. Bhanjasu. Bhanjasu ka matlab hai, bhanjan kar do. Bhanjan kar do matlab, kya bolte hain? Dismantle the Indriyon ki Sena, the army of the Indriyas. And Manamakkadam, Manam Rupi Bandar, Makkadam means Bandar. So Prayatna Purvak, Prayatna means Samyak Darshan Gyan Purvak. इस मन रूपी बंदर को तुम क्या करो? भंजन करो, कंट्रोल, कॉन्कर करो, ओवर पावर करो, मास्टर करो. मां जनरंजन कर. जनरंजन मीन्स मनोरंजन, लोगों के मनोरंजन के लिए. Just to please somebody, don't take the bahya vrat vesh. Vrat is the Diksha Vrat, Mahavrat, and Vesh is the Nagna Vesh or whatever Vesh. Don't take. For conquering your Indriya Sena and Manamakkadam, you should take Diksha. Not just because your husband died, your wife died, your business loss, I will take Diksha. You're depressed with the world, you take Diksha. This kind of Diksha we have taken umpteen number of times. But not with the real attitude, the real purpose of Diksha without knowing it, we have taken it. Understood? Paras Bhai. Okay. So, Muni, so you can say all this is for Munis. Why are you teaching us? अरे अपने को भी तो अगले जन्म में मुनि बनना है ना, तो कैसा मुनि बनना है? बिना मुनि बने कोई मोक्ष नहीं है, और ऐसा वैसा मुनि बनने पर तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं. I'll repeat in English. Without being a Muni, you cannot get moksha. And without being XYZ, Tom, Dick, Harry type of Muni, no moksha. Ruin. Life is ruined. So he's not criticizing the Munis here. He's warning the Munis that if you don't take this type of bhav, you will go to that gati. That is his compassion. Like supposing you're ironing the clothes and the child is coming near the iron. You keep telling the child, don't come. That means what? Are you criticizing the child? No. For the betterment of the child, you're telling the child, don't come near, dear, don't come near. But if the child understands it's that abuse, that is his problem. Not the mother's problem. No. The mother very carefully, she's telling them, but still the child is arrogant. He doesn't, uska gyan pakka nahi hai. It is not able to discriminate between what is good for him and what is not good for him. So the mother has to be at every step to teach the child everything. Art of living, art of dying, art of manners, art of relationship management, everything that mother has to teach the child. But if the mother is not empowered and she is going after the material pleasures and having material goals, what will happen to the whole society? So parenting is very, very important. We should go to different places, different countries and teach people all these deep things. I want each one of you to be a teacher and a preacher. At least part-time teacher, preacher to bano. Part-time teacher, preacher to bano. एक क्लब बनाओ, टीचर प्रीचर क्लब. जाओ, गांव जाओ, देश जाओ. लोगों को पकड़ के, आपको इतना हमने सिखाया, 2.5 साल हो गया. 2.5 years we have been giving you. Now it is time for you to think of giving back. What I can do. The more you give, you will become worthy of getting. So give. Read this book, The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success, the art of, usme ek hai, the law of giving. So I'm writing an article on Daan. If you have any notes on Daan, blog posts or anything, I want a detailed thing. I have got it in my Jainendra Siddhant Kosh. But if you come across anything, please share with me, because this Daan thing, no, ab yahan pe dekho, ma jana ranjana karanam. To please people, I have to talk about 4 types of daan, ahar daan, aushad daan. But otherwise, I only believe in giving one yours, daan to yourself, the gift of divinity. The understanding of the gift of, the understanding of divinity. That is the greatest daan you can do. Then what is this adata daan? What is adata daan? Adata daan is the 3rd vrata, no? So wahan par adat daan, yani taking the thing that is not given to you. So wahan pe daan ka matlab taking ho gaya. Otherwise, daan we understand as giving to others. But actually, if you take antray karma, danantray, labhantray, what antray we are doing? Danantray. We have not done this bhav vishuddhi is the greatest danantray we are binding. Labhantray we are binding. Bhogantray we are binding. Upabhogantray we are binding. You understand? Antray karma bandra. Because bhav is going behind the mohaniya karma, vedaniya karma, not experiencing the gyan darshan. So all the 4 ghati karmas we are binding. So antray only is increasing. And by giving little daan and all, how much antray you are going to break? How much? It is like, just the other day I was in Saukapet and I just came across again a relative of a relative. Then she said, in 1 year I have given up Jami Kanka Tyag. Underground roots and stems I have given up. Again, 1 year I'm planning to do this. So little by little, I'm also detaching from the world, she said. I said, detaching and doing what? So like, what to do? Detachment kar rahi hu, wohi badi baat hai. Then I just told her a few questions. She was not knowing what to do. Then I said, how much of Ratri Bhojan Tyag you will do? You'll get a medical degree. She said, no relation. Simple question. Then I said, you have mountains and mountains of karmas and you are trying to cut the mountain by nails. Can you cut the mountain by the nails? So taking to these practices without the right understanding is like cutting the karmas cutting the heaps and heaps of karmas with these activities. You can't. To break the karma, you need a dynamite. You need the dynamite of the understanding that I am of yours. You understand? And simply, there are so many people who will say, I'm Shuddhatma, I'm Shuddhatma, I'm Shuddhatma, without understanding the Gyan, Gyaya, Gyay, Swabhav. So that Gyan, Gyay, Gyayak, Swabhav is so near. It is so near to us that we don't know and we are looking outside. So our eyes are here, but we can't see the nose. They will see everywhere. To see your nose, you need the mirror. So the mirror is our Shastra to see the Atma. So the more and more Swadhyaya you do in the right way, you'll come closer to yourself. You'll feel good. Your Bhav Vishuddhi will happen. Got it, dear?
Yes, ma'am, one thing, when you're talking of Daan, like many times you have knowledge of certain contacts and somebody asks you, but you don't share. I mean, you're not giving. So that also is not, you're keeping to yourself. So, I mean, when you share contacts, if somebody wants some contact of some house or some tailor or something, and some help they want, and when you share, that is also Daan only. Many people don't share. They keep a lot of secrets, to themselves.
See, first of all, what is your intention behind sharing and not sharing? That intention will determine the bondage and liberation ka course. There are 3 things. Abhipray, Gyan, Kriya, Parinam, Abhipray. What is your Abhipray in sharing? To help that person? Okay. Your Abhipray is, if I help, he will go 1 step further than me. He'll prosper. I will remain where I am. So your intention is crooked. तो मायाचारी है, तो तिर्यंच गति के बंध का कारण. And if you do it with a karta bhav, just sahaj bhav se, without having that ego that, oh, I helped him. So then that can be the cause of nirjara also, or shubh bhav also. So again, it is your attitude that determines all your action, the fruit of your actions.
The more you give, the more you get. I mean, when
No,
you
no,
have
no, no,
so
no.
much knowledge, it's
See,
you filled with so much when you're giving, your mind is also light. I mean, when you share.
I'll tell you one thing. You show somebody the way. Okay? You show somebody the way to a restaurant or to a tailor shop or a barber shop or whatever it is. So maybe sometime in future, you need that kind of help. Nature will give it to you back. So why not show somebody the way of moksha marga? So supposing in your future births you are lost, somebody will come there and help you to show you the way of moksha marga. That is why I am investing this time in this Paramagam. If you want to show only the people the way, then show them this way, no? And other way to wo vyavahar hai, laukik vyavahar hai. Your Vivek will tell you. You should help ever, hurt never. Hai na? So
Ma'am,
I
I had a
always...
deal with my mother-in-law, ma'am. Like whenever I am slipping away from Jainism or anything, if she is or whoever, I mean, whichever gati she is in, she is going to come and teach me the dharma. If I am on the above position, I am going to do it to her. That's the deal I made with my mother-in-law.
But don't have attachment for it. Don't have nidan for it. Sahaj bhav mein ho gaya. Don't give much value to it. नहीं तो निकाचित कर्म बन जाता है.
Okay, ma'am.
That's why I always tell Ram sir, you know, he'll always say, next birth, I want to be your son. He's told me at least a couple of times, Ram sir, where are you? So I'll tell him, no, don't have this bhav. Have the bhav of Shuddhatma. Don't have this bhav. I'm not going to be there. You know, such an innocent
He's not only putting himself into transmigration, he's also pulling you into transmigration.
See, out of Sahaj bhav, out of innocence, out of with great humility, adoration for the gyan he's getting through me, he'll tell that. Okay, I appreciate that. But if he is having immense, no, only if she gives, I'll get it. Oh no, that will not help. आ गया भाव ठीक है चले जाओ don't उसको value मत दो. Don't let these thoughts make nests in your minds. इस mind में कुछ भी नहीं रहना, खाली रहना, खाली रखना, आकाश तत्व, कुछ भी नहीं रहना. Okay, चलो, come back. So you have taken to everything in this world. So now what you have to do is you take to the 22 Parishah, you take to the 12 Anuprekshas, you understand the Navapadarth, the Sapta Tattva, the 14 Jiva Samas, Jiva Sthan, Gunasthan, understand them by name, understand them by their lakshan, then take to 10 types, give up 10 types of Brahmacharya, take to 9 types of Brahmacharya, 9 ways of Brahmacharya, and take to with the Samyak Darshan Gyan Charitra, take to Tapa, and then only you will be able to overcome the sufferings of the 4 Gati. Okay, then since Anadi Kal, you have taken to Ratri Bhojan, you have taken to eating Kandamula, you have taken to water with life, food with life, everything. See, here they are, yeah. Kandamula Adi Sachit Bhojan Kya. So, Jivo Jivasya Bhojanam. One life is food for another life. Our life is sustained by another life. We need the air, we need the water, we need the plants. So, you're doing Himsa. So, you're going to get the fruit of it also. That is what Khalil Gibran told in the Prophet book, you know, not in the Prophet, somewhere he said, when you're eating an apple, understand that one day that apple, you will be eaten by that apple. Maybe the seed of the apple will become a human being and you will be an apple someday and it will take it back. So understand your pure soul and minimize your food intake. So one day your Anahari Pad manifests. First, give up tamasic food, give up rajasic food, come to sattvic food, come eat food with the right attitude. Not with the wrong. Understand that your Atma does not consume anything. Your body needs the food. So give it the little food that it takes. Eat food like medicine. Don't overeat. Don't abuse your body by taking the wrong food. You understand? So I'm writing an article on food, fasting, and spirituality and Anekanta perspective. So when I'm not teaching, I'm researching, I'm enjoying my reading. That's all. I don't do anything else. I have two domestic help. एक सुबह आती है, एक शाम आती है. एक कपड़े धोती है, एक कपड़े समेटती है. एक सुबह बर्तन मांजती है, एक शाम को बर्तन मांजती है. एक सुबह सफाई करती है, एक शाम को सफाई करती है. मैं क्या करती हूँ? मैं बस थोड़ा सा खाना नेचुरोपैथी का ज्यादा ले लेती हूँ, थोड़ा सा खाना बनाती हूँ, बाकी टाइम आनंद करती हूँ, पढ़ती हूँ, पढ़ाती हूँ. बस दैट इज माई लाइफ. एंजॉय करती हूँ लाइफ. एंजॉय मतलब हर समय आनंद में रहना, हर समय आनंद में. एक मिनट भी
Ma'am, you were going to give us some lectures on fasting and naturopathy. You said you were going to do some sessions.
जून एक दिन सबको इकट्ठा करके ले ले. ठीक है, चलो. Okay, come back here. So take to Vinay, 5 types of Vinay. Take to Vaiyavritya. Don't hide your doshas. Tell it to the gurus. And don't, if somebody is abusing you, you tolerate it. Don't reply to them. Then be kshamadhari. Let go. Why you're having nests here? Let go. Kuch bhi bhav idhar granthi mat rakho. Somebody did this, somebody told like this. Why you're having all that malice in you? Give it up. Chitta shuddhi karo. Don't keep anything over there. Okay, that way you will destroy, you will be able to overcome all pap. Now you're not doing new pap, and man vachan kaya se you absorb in your pure soul. Man vachan kaya se. Now in Uttradhyan Sutra, we get 7 types of Vinay. Write down. 7 types of Vinay. In the first chapter of Uttradhyan Sutra ke introduction mein, if possible, get Hastimalji Maharaj Sahib's Uttradhyan Sutra. 3 volumes. Very nice books. Very nice books. You know, I want to teach those books someday to somebody. Very, very nice book. They're very close to me. See, I have grown up reading the Uttradhyan Sutra so many times. I've written an article also on it. So at the MA level, we teach the Uttradhyan Sutra. So in that, the first chapter is Vinay. Now, what is the meaning of the word Vinaya? Naya means coming closer to truth. Vinaya means in a Vishesh way. And that V is for Samyak Darshan Gyan. And the whole Vinaya is Charitra. So understood how Vinay, we are thinking Vinay means bowing down to Paramatma, respecting the elders, doing pranam. That is what we think as Vinay. But यहाँ पर निर्जरा के 12 भेद में 12 divisions you have Vinay. So it is coming closer to truth in an extraordinary way. Now, how is that extraordinary way? 7 you think understand now. So first is Gyan Darshan Charitra Vinay. Gyan Vinay, Darshan Vinay, Charitra Vinay. Gyan Vinay, Darshan Vinay, Charitra Vinay. Then comes Man Vinay, Vachan Vinay, Kaya Vinay. I don't think this will be the last class. Next class will be the last class. Next class is what date? 30th? Or
Second, ma'am.
Second day? Yeah, okay. Second will be the last class then. After that, we can have one session on naturopathy. Okay. So, sorry. So now what we have to understand, the last one is 7th one is Namaskar Vinay. Loka Vinay, Namaskar Vinay, Lokopchar Vinay, all that, Namaskar Punya, Lokopchar Vinay. Namaskar, Lokopchar. Like telling good morning, good evening, good night, Lokopchar. Vyavhar. Now, what do you understand out of these 6? Now listen to me. Man, Vachan, Kaya se absorb in Gyan, Darshan, Charitra. Man, Vachan, Kaya should do the parikrama of Gyan, Darshan, Charitra. So actually, Man, Vachan, Kaya should do the parikrama of Gyayak Bhav. Then it is Gyan, Darshan, Charitra, Vinay. Man se think of Gyayak Bhav. Vachan se talk of Gyayak Bhav. Kaya se whatever physical activity you're doing, remain a knower and seer. I'm not the doer of all this. So you're practicing detachment. So you will get that. Now you don't know what is Gyayak Bhav. But at least बच्चे जैसे गुड्डा गुड्डी का खेल खेलते ना, डॉक्टर डॉक्टर, इंजीनियर इंजीनियर, टीचर टीचर, मम्मी डैडी गेम खेलते. They don't understand the bhav of it, but they play, no. They enjoy it, no. So like that, नाटक रूप में ही करो. महिमा तो आएगी उसकी. और एक दिन समझ में आ जाएगा. Okay, चल. So, okay, then know that the sansar is asar. There is no essence in the world. And for Keval Gyan ki prapti, get the Nirmal Samyak Darshan Sahit Diksha ki bhavna kar. With Samyak Darshan, I want Diksha. With Samyak Darshan, I want Diksha. See, everywhere in our stotra and all this only is written. For example, take Uvasagaram stotra. Bhave, bhave, hai na, Pasa Jinna Chanda. I don't ask for the material. I ask only Bodhi Ratna. मुझे वर्ड याद नहीं आ रहा है. बोही रत्न आता है वहां पर. वो सगरम पासम पासम मंदामी कम घण मुक्कम विसहर विसनिनासम मंगल कल्याण आवासम विसर फुल्लिंग मंतम कंठे धारे जो सया मणो तस्स गह रोग मारी दुट्ठ जरा जंती उवसामम चिट्ठौ दूरे मंतो तुझ पणामो वी बहु फलो होई नर तिरिये सु वी जीवा न पावंती दुख दोहम तुहे समत्ते लद्दे चिंतामणि कप्प पाय वपहिये पावंती अभिघ्येणम जीवा अयरामरम ठाणम ये संतुओ महायस भक्ति भर निभरेण हियेण ता दे. This is the line. ता देव दिज्ज बोहिम भवे भवे पास जिन चंद्र. ओ पार्श्व जिन चंद्र, तब तक give me the bodhi ratna. It's a very beautiful Uvasagaram meaning, you know. Go and read the meaning of Uvasagaram. Upsarga harne wala. Very beautiful. Your Vinay is very not absorbing in the pure soul, but the mere thought of it itself will get rid of so many Ashubha Bhav, Ashubha Karma and Ashubha things. So that is the Namaskara Vinay. Understood? Lokopchar, Namaskar. So venerate or adore those who have perfected these 6 Vinay. You can't adore, you can't take to these 6 things. At least adore those who have perfected these 6 things. That is Vinay. That is the first lesson of Uttradhyan Sutra. But now those who teach Uttradhyan Sutra, they don't teach in this fancy. They will tell you, this, do this Vinay, do that Vinay, this type of, all that lesson they will teach. So many people ask, you know, how your department treatment is different from other things. I'll say, you come and see one class. Where everybody ends, no, there we actually start. Okay, chalo, come. So you all know admissions are on in the department. 30th is the last date. Anybody interested can join and give us an opportunity to serve you for another 2 intensive years. Every day, 2 hours of lectures. Acharang Sutra, Uttradhyan Sutra, Tattvartha Sutra, Ratna Current, Moolachar, Samay Sar, Pravachan Sar, some part of Niyam Sar, Upasak Dasang, Dashvekalik. These are the 10 texts we teach. Essence of 45 Agam, essence of the Gamba literature. Then you will have Nyay, Yoga and Sadhana. All these things. You don't want the degree, don't do the assignments. Get the Gyan and go. But every day, 2 hours of commitment for listening. I think Mahendran sir is here. Guna madam is here. They can share their experiences on this.
I'm joining next year, ma'am.
Okay. Take it, whatever. Okay, I will not send a message on the group, but you can ask me. I will send you the message. You please send it in your contacts. 30th is the last date.
Okay.
Please ask me for it. I'll send you the message. And please circulate it in your groups and at least inspire 4-5 people to join the course. Okay, next. So, so like that, it goes on and on. How much should I say? Now he says, what is dhyan? Very nicely he says in Gatha number 124. I'm so tempted to read this Bhav Pahod and tell you. Saurabh sir, अपनी प्राकृत की गाथा है ना, झायहि पंचवी गुरवे. 124 here.
Okay.
झायहि पंचवी गुरवे मंगल चौसरण लोय परियरिये नरसुर खेयर महिये आराहण नायगे वीरे. He's telling, meditate on the 5 gurus. They are embodiments of auspiciousness. They are the ones who can give shelter to the jivas in the 4 gati. They are the ones who are decorating the whole world. And Manushya, Devata, and Vidyadhar, they are venerated by them. And they are worthy of adoration and worship. They are veer, they are fearless. What they have done is the best thing. You also try to emulate it. Okay. Then, now everywhere, I just told in the Friday one class that when the Bhav Pahud begins, he's praising the Tirthankar Bhagwan, the Arihant Bhagwan, and he's telling that they are venerated by the Indra, Surendra, Mahendra, Devendra, everybody is venerated. So why? Why they are telling us this? Why they are telling us that Indra, Surendra, Mahendra is venerating to them? So now who are these Indra, Surendra, Mahendra? You know, they are the ones who are having all the material affluence. But they are not, they know that this material affluence cannot give happiness, real happiness or eternal happiness. And they know the real happiness is absorbing in the pure soul. Now they cannot absorb in the pure soul. So they venerate them, those who are absorbed in the pure soul, so that they can also master that art and very soon take to the absorption and get the real happiness. And you are seeking the little material pleasures. Look at them who have got everything, yet they are not happy. So do you think your pursuit of wealth is going to make you happy? So your direction of happiness, search for happiness is wrong. So you get the right direction. For that, they are telling you that the people whom you adore, they are also adoring the Bhagwan. So you also adore Bhagwan. Then when you come to Bhagwan's class, we will tell you, look, you're adoring Bhagwan. Don't adore Bhagwan. Adore what Bhagwan is adoring. And that is your Shuddhatma. You understood the logic? You know, so that way. Okay. So then he says, without Samyak Darshan, without the Atma, the body is called dead body. It is called Shav. And Atma is Shiva. Shiva Swarupa, Shivakar. Okay. So without the Atma in the body is a dead body. In the same way, without Samyak Darshan, the person who is living is called Chalta Firta Murda. He's a walkie-talkie dead body. Because he does not have the drishti of the pure soul. He's a walkie-talkie dead body only. Okay. So in the world, you don't adore, you don't respect a dead body. So a person who is without Samyak Darshan is not respected anywhere in the world and is thrown back to the Nigodh kingdom. You did not respect your Gyan Swabhav. You created the Avaran on the Gyan. So you went to the minimum level of Gyan. That is the Nigodh level. Clear? Clear? Okay, dear. Chal. So just as the moon shines amidst all the stars, and just as the lion is important among the animals, like that in a Jina Marga, Samyak Darshan is the moon, Samyak Darshan is the lion, and all other things are like Vrat, Tap, Niyam, Adi. They get the value of it, otherwise they don't. So it is the moon's light that enables us to see the twinkling stars. So it is a Samyak Darshan light that gives importance to Vrat and all. Without that, it is kitna bata rahe. There's no end to his telling, Okay. Then he says, according to Jinagya, a Bhavya Jeev will take to the right path and he will get rid of the 8 karmas and he will get Ananta Chatushtay. And then he says, Karma Rahit Jnani. One who sees his Atma without karma, beyond karmas, such a Jnani is called as Shiv, Parameshthi, Sarvagya, Vishnu, Chaturmukh, Brahma, Buddha, Atma, Paramatma. So the Atma that realizes that it is an Atma is an Atma. Otherwise, it is all Kashayatma. So get rid of 4 karmas, get rid of 18 doshas, and you will be like a light unto yourself. Okay. And just as a lotus remains detached, so also a Samyak Drishti remains detached amidst all the Vishay and Kashai. So give up Mithyatva. And then he says, first subdue your Indriya. Don't listen to your Indriya. Don't listen to your Man. Listen to your Atma. Then that is Shama. That is only Kshama. You listen to your Atma, your Kshamta of Dhyayak Bhav, Gyata Drishta Bhav will increase. And then you take the, only then with that sword, I would like to see the Gatha over here and tell Gatha number 156 to 162. He says, Dhira Veera Purisa, Dhira, those who are having immense dhairya to not to listen to the Indriya and Mana, and he takes to that work, Khama Dama Khaggena, Kshama and Indriya Daman ka sword, and Vifurantena matlab very briskly, swiftly, he uses the sword of not listening to the Indriya and Man and listening to the Atma. He will overcome the Durjaya, very difficult to conquer, Prabal, Bala, Uddhara, Kasaya, Bhada. Now the Kashai, which are Durjaya, Prabala, and have got so much of importance since we have given to them since Anadi Kal, they have overpowered you. And your Atma is subdued by them. It is suppressed by them. Now you rise up and you subdue them, you suppress them, you overcome them. Nijya Jehim. So such a person is called a true soldier, a true warrior. Overcome all of these. Okay. And such people who take to this activity only will bind the Chakravarti Padvi, Vasudeva Padvi, Baladeva Padvi, Ganadhara Padvi, Indra Padvi, etc. Padvi means post, Namakarma. And they will get all the riddhis. And if they fail to absorb in the pure soul completely, they will get all these riddhis. But if they absorb in the pure soul, they will reach the Ajara, Amara, pure state, Siddha state. Okay. So you take to Gyan Darshan Charitra. And then he says, what more should I say? In the world, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, everything can come only by Shuddha Bhava. Towards your wife, you should have a Shuddha Bhava. You should not have the Bhava for other ladies, for your spouse, whatever, everywhere. Towards your country, Shuddha Bhava, patriotism, cleanliness. So cleanliness is next to godliness. Believe in the pure soul, clean soul. Manifest the clean, pure soul. Keep your body clean, keep your environment clean, keep your livelihood clean, keep your earning clean, keep your attitude clean. Clean matlab pure. So Bhav Vishuddhi will happen, and then move from ego consciousness to soul consciousness. That's all, this lesson. It took me 2 hours almost to talk about the few pages. So ab socho ki 160 gathas padhati to kitna time ho jata. Okay, so next class, even if I don't teach, you should be able to teach yourself Moksha Pahud. I've taught you 5 Pahud.
Yeah.
You should read Moksha Pahud and come. You should read Sheela Pahud, Linga Pahud and come. We will discuss in the class. Then
Okay.
with this semester will be done. I hope you all have done your Gandhar, Bhav, Vasan. I'm not going to teach after next class.
Ma'am, can I do today, ma'am? The Gandhar, and I would like to do on what was taught in the class today.
Karo,
on,
karo, karo.
on Bhav Pahud.
Karo, 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 jaldi karo. I'm free only. Sunday,
Yes.
no?
Yes.
Those who want to leave can leave. We'll do the Jinwani Stuti. Nij nidhi nij mein batai. यह अनंत उपकार है उसके लिए जिनवाणी माँ को वंदना शत बार है. Where is Minoti not to be seen? Dhara not to be seen. Kapil not to be seen.
Yeah, I'm here, ma'am.
मोक्ष हो गया क्या? सबका केवल ज्ञान हो गया क्या? मोक्ष तो नहीं, केवल ज्ञान हो गया होगा.
नहीं, ma'am. So sorry, but I'm here only.
कौन बोल रहा है? मिनोती.
मिनोती, ma'am.
ओके, दर्शन दे दिया करो कभी कभी.
Yes, ma'am. I'll try to do my this thing also Bhavasha next turn. अभी मुझे एक bonus मिल गया, I think, because one more session.
हाँ, Malar madam, why you are not doing your Gandhar, Bhav Bhasan? Okay, whatever they know best. चलो आ जाओ. कौन बोल रहा है? आरती का.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, first I would like to
thank you, ma'am.
ask sorry, ma'am, because in the last class, I know
Okay,
you feel bad when you take class, the videos are off, but I'm helpless. I cannot switch on the video with people at home around and with the noise. So I'm very sorry, ma'am. I know pura commitment for what.
Time waste नहीं करना. आगे चलो, आगे चलो. आगे चलो.
Okay.
Time waste नहीं करना.
So, okay. Today's class, which was based on Bhav Pahud, it is from Acharya Kundakunda's Ashtapahud. It describes about the Bhav Vishuddhi. Throughout all these, on all the semester, Parmagam has always made us realize how important it is to Bhav Vishuddhi, and this is also based on it. Okay. This jiva has been wandering in the samsara from Anadi Kal in all the 4 jiv yoni, and the reason behind is
4 jiv yoni nahi, 4 gati. 84 lakh jiv yoni.
Yeah. Sorry, ma'am. For in all the 4 gati, majorly because it has never understood its pure soul. Once we understand the pure soul, we will destroy our karma, and very soon we will fall on the path of moksha marga. As you've
path and moksha marga, dono saath mein nahi bolna. Path itself means marga.
Okay, yes, ma'am. Sorry.
Path of liberation or moksha marga.
On the path of liberation, as we all know, the path of liberation that we've seen in Tattvat Sutra is Samyak Gyan Darshan Charitrani Moksha Marga. And here, today, very well, you have, in our common man's understanding, you've made us, you've explained that it is in 3 steps. That is self-realization, self-purification, and self-conquering. So this makes it more profound and simple. All this while the self-realization in the wrong direction of Gyan Darshan Charitra leads to samsara. Once our realization is on the right direction, we will fall on the path of liberation. Okay, so Bhav is the primary cause of all the Karambandha. So we take up external austerities. We do Dev Bhakti, Puja. We go to all the rituals. We've only been doing from Anadi Kal. Only if we realize our pure soul, our Bhav, then it will lead to Shuddha Bhav. That is, we've learned that Bhav is of 3 types: Shubh, Ashubh, and Shuddha Bhav. To come into the Shuddha Bhav, first we have to take into Shubha Bhav. Okay, and we have to give up desires. Desirelessness will lead us to Moksha Marga. And the tool for self-realization is detachment. Okay. And ma'am, you talked about what is death. So separation of the body and the soul is death. But we think that Atma, I mean, the wrong understanding leads us to, you know, Artha Dhyan, Rodra Dhyan. So we have to understand it's just the separation of the body and the soul. Atma is Ajar Amar. Okay. And to master the desirelessness, you've given us a profound sentence. I think it's going to make a lot of difference if we really understand these lines and repeatedly speak. That is, I am a pure soul. I am beyond birth and death. And fearlessness is not my nature. So this line is...
Fear is not my nature.
Yes, ma'am. Fear, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Fear is not my nature. Simple words, but I think it has very, very deep meaning. So if we keep on repeating these words and understand the bhav behind it, then the journey is going to be on some other level. So we have to stay committed to the higher goal, that is to reach on the path of Moksha Marga. And as we've been reading in all the other subjects also, there is no place, that is, we've been born in every place. We've had connections with every Pudgal, and there is no person with which we've not had any relationship. But still, we are all drifted with Ragdvesh, with the Sayog and Viyog of things and people. So this...
Wind up.
Yes. So, and understanding then so many things that you've taught us. So now Bhav Vishuddhi से हमारा पाप का के नाश होगा, शुभ भाव का बंद होगा, and on repeated self-realization, we will reach the higher goal of becoming from Atma to Paramatma. And
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Shall I stop here? Okay.
हो गया.
Okay.
I've understood that you have understood.
Thank
I've
you.
understood that you have understood.
Okay, I'll do Bhavvasan.
On the same topic?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. अष्टपहुड़ में से 4 पहुड़ के नाम बोलो.
Sorry, ma'am. Last class I did not attend, ma'am. I know it is Shuddhi. I did not attend the last class, ma'am. Bhav Pahud. Vishuddhi? Is it Vishuddhi? I did not attend the last class.
2 classes.
Yeah.
2 Pahud I finished in 2 classes. Where were you?
All guests at home, ma'am. 15 people at home for 2 weeks. So I was off tracks.
Okay. What is the difference between Dravyaling and Muniling? Tell 3 differences.
Okay. Dravyalinga Muni is only, they think that only externally, if they've given up, they will reach moksha. But Bhavlingi Muni, they realize the soul. So whether you give up or don't give up, but Bhavlingi Muni hona zaruri hai to destroy your karmas. Dravyalinga Muni might, मतलब कितना भी ज्ञान अगर बटोरा हो, सारे आगम का, everything, but if he has not realized his soul, he will not reach the path of moksha. And मिथ्यात्व, मतलब दीक्षा के बारे में आपने बोला. Can I tell that, ma'am? दीक्षा के बारे में what you told, that we should not take diksha just to please the outside world, but we should take diksha to सेना, अपने इंद्रिय सेना और जो आके बंदर रूपी मन है उसे कंट्रोल करने के लिए.
मन रूपी बंदर.
मन रूपी बंदर.
मन रूपी बंदर. हमारा मन बंदर के रूप का नहीं.
मन रूपी, सॉरी, मन रूपी बंदर को वश में करके, तो only then we will become bhavlingi.
Okay. What is Kumaran and Sumaran?
Kumaran is death without realizing your pure soul, and Sumaran is death with realizing our pure soul.
Okay. Now I give you 14 out of 15. 1 mark I have cut because you don't know the names of the Pahud.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
No issues.
Okay.
No
Gandhar
issues.
15 on 15 and
Sure.
Bhav Bhasan 14 on 15. Okay.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Today's class was really awakening as usual. And sorry I couldn't attend the previous classes.
Okay. Anybody else?
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, can I do Sonal? Can I do
Sonal.
Bhav Bhasan on these left?
हाँ बोलो सोनल किस पर करना है आपको?
Darshan Pahud. में.
Okay, wow. Let me take the Darshan Pahud. What is the meaning of the word Pahud, dear?
Pahuds are compilations, ma'am.
No, Pahud means gift, book, section. It's not compilation.
Sections,
Book,
presentations.
book, gifts.
Acha. Okay.
Okay, okay. What is the meaning of कौन सींचता है? कौन सींचता है?
What is siege?
Who accomplishes the path of moksha?
One who is a samyak drishti.
No, you have to say
The
darshan.
root of dharma is darshan.
Okay, ठीक है
Darshan.
आपने okay रहने दीजिए. Okay. What are the three Vesha? Three Vesha which are respected.
Three.
Why are you seeing and telling? You're supposed
No,
to
no,
tell.
no. I know. I'm saying.
Then you
one
should not
who,
see. When I'm asking, you're writing a test, you should not see.
Lingi, ma'am. One who's a Muni Lingi, a Muni, ma'am.
Second.
One who is a supreme Shravak.
Third.
And the other is a Ajikya.
बस हो गया खत्म. Very good. Very good. हो गया. हाँ ठीक है. So what is Vyavhar Samyak Darshan and Nishchay Samyak Darshan?
Vyavhar Samyak Darshan is when you read about your tattvas, understand your tattvas and all that. And Atma Anubhuti is Nischay Samyak Darshan.
Very good. Not read, have faith. You should
Okay.
not say read. When you have faith in the seven tattvas, Dev, Guru, Dharma, it is Vyavhar Samyak Darshan.
Okay.
And when you experience the soul, it is Nishchay Samyak Darshan. Okay, 3 questions. I'll give you 15 on 15. Sonal.
Ma'am, I'm not so much into religion, but your classes are a great inspiration, ma'am.
Very good, very good. Thank you.
I'm trying to understand. We don't have so much of. I haven't done religion in a big way, so it's a little difficult, but I'm managing, ma'am. But I love to listen to you. I love to listen to you. I'm coming back to this only because of you, ma'am.
Good, good, very good. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Today you told that we can join the Jain philosophy class in Chennai only, not from the exam point of view, but to listen. Then I will do it next year.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Chalo, Jai Jinendra. Thank
Jai
you.
Jai Jinendra, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ma'am,
Haan,
shall
bolo. Come quickly, come. It's 10:20 now. I have to cook.
Yes, ma'am. I would like to do my Bhav Bhasan, ma'am.
Do. On what?
Today's topic?
Open your video first. What is dhyan? How does Kunda define dhyan?
Dhyan is meditation on the Dev Guru Sastra.
No,
Dhyan is the point of
No.
No?
Gyan ka gyan is dhyan. Gyan ka gyan is dhyan.
Dhyan ka dhyan is dhyan. I didn't get it now.
Every time you are knowing something, knowing what you are knowing is meditation.
Okay, knowing what you are knowing is meditation. Okay, ma'am. Right. Thank you, ma'am.
What is Siddha Bhagwan doing? He's knowing the Loka Lok. And sitting in moksha, what he's doing, he's just knowing that he's knowing. That's all.
Yeah, Atma Anubhuti, Shuddhatma ka immersion in Shuddhatma is Dhyan.
Okay. Now you tell me, Bhav Pahudke, the three most striking points that you have liked it.
Today's lesson.
Bhav Vishuddhi ke liye, the three points that you have liked very much.
The one thing is clearly when we don't have the Atma Anubhuti, we are like a walking dead body. And when we are like, when we get into Dravidanki Muni, without having the Samyak Darshan, it is like a joker. We are
Mockery.
keeping ourselves.
Mockery of the pure soul.
Mockery.
We are
of the-
mocking at it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the second point. And thirdly, the importance of Salekana and the practice, how we need to prepare and master it before we attain that stage. Every day we are doing a kind of Salekana, part of Salekana, so that when it comes to that end, then we don't have the Kumaran. We will only have the Sumaran.
Okay. So, how Bhav Vishuddhi happens? What I have to do for Bhav
Step by
Vishuddhi?
step, actually, when
Huh?
sorry, it is step by step. Basically 5 steps. When first Mithyatva goes away, and then the Manakashaya goes away, and then conquering the Indriya happens, and then the Vipragata happens, and then the Tirthankara Prakriti happens. Even if it doesn't have the Tirthankara Prakriti, this is the step to attain the Bhava
To say
Vishuddhi.
like this, Padma Priya, you have to say like this. First, the realization that I am a pure soul. Then Mithyatva will go. Then you absorb in it, then the purification happens.
Yeah, the 3 steps: self-realization, self-purification, and self-conquering.
Okay, dear. Your test is over. I give you full marks. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. Bye.
Bye, ma'am. Jai Jinendra, ma'am.
Jai Jinendra. Jai Jinendra Guna, madam. Jai Jinendra.